Okay, so I've done my more recent sketchbook. I've done one of my like earlier sketchbooks, and now these are 3 sketchbooks from the in-between years. So these aren't so chunky. Actually, in terms of chronological order, it would be this. So these years, not a lot of color and journaling going on, but I guess as the years progress, I start to kind of play a little bit more. So hopefully I can walk through those with you and show you my thought process, I guess. So this sketchbook is by my friend Miru. I think the handle that she was going by at the time was like Miru to me or Miru Tome. This one is Bing's notebook or IQ sketchbook. So it's made by Bing, and then this is a very chunky faux moleskine by Chio. I don't know if she still has this available, but she does have other. I think she has more square notebooks available in her store right now. I think when you do Artist Alley long enough, you start to just collect merchandise and you're like supporting your friends. And so I'm like trying to actually use up these notebooks instead of just letting them sit and catch dust. So these are about 2016 to 2018, at least up until the point where I move into that other moleskine of my first sketchbook tour. So hopefully I can show you the thought process. So this one is so 2016. I think that the sketchbooks are pretty. They're gonna look pretty bare bones compared to what I have now, but obviously I was going through a different time. Also, it's not that I wasn't drawing. I was drawing a lot. I was just drawing a lot digitally. I drew so much digitally that I just neglected my sketchbook. So it's not that, like, it does kind of indicate that I wasn't having as much fun like creatively in my journals physically, but I still was drawing. I was drawing quite a lot. I think anyone who was there for my Voltron phase would know. So no decorations already. No first page. Yeah, I think this is before I went to Japan. So yeah. And my mom was like, "Don't go alone. Don't travel by yourself." And I did exactly that. I think these are sketches that I did either on the plane or I think at an airport or something. So it's like a mix of, I think I was trying to get the feel for Osomatsu characters. Like their bowl cuts are so, like they look so simple, but they're actually very challenging. These, I think I do remember drawing these on a plane because I was just like drawing faces because that's what I do when I'm bored. So it's like Medio C. I don't know if I drew a Witch Hunter. I think Blot. Pencil sketches of Galra Lance, I think. I was really into that, stuff like that. Print whips. So this is around the time that I was trying to design the, or I think I'd already designed the Neku poster, but I still, you know, I think I got invited to do a piece for the World Ends With You zine that my friend Med was putting together. So I was trying to come up with like an idea for it. So yeah, just pencil sketches. Look how empty it is. It kind of makes me sad, but I don't want to touch it now, like even though it's several years after this, I don't want to touch it because it's kind of like an indicator of how much I was neglecting like my art journaling process. But yeah, it's like super empty. I did a lot of Galra Lance. And I'm paper clipping some of these things because there are some things that were like work related in the past that I didn't want to show. Like I was actually working and I didn't want to reveal like stuff like that. So those will be paper clipped. Yeah, so more Galra Lance. Shiro. Look how empty it is, it's so sad. Just there. It's fine. If this is how you sketchbook, that is fine. For me, it feels a little silly. Or not silly, but it feels kind of bare bones for me. But if you like just drawing very simple, minimalistic sketchbook kind of things, then that's fine. Don't let me hurt your vibe. Evil Shiro, I guess? I can't remember when, I didn't, see, the thing is, I tell people now to date everything that they do, even if they draw multiple times on on the same page but different days, just date every single doodle because it's like a good time, it provides a good time frame, I guess, and in this period, I did not do that. So, I know that this is during 2016, or 2015, 2016, but I don't know when, so that's a little unfortunate. Yeah, so I just did a lot of Lance sketches. These are pencil. Yeah, I really didn't date any of this. Yeah, yeah, for those of you who know what womp is, I womped Lance quite a lot. I think I drew this at a convention? Pretty sure I did. But I didn't date it, so how the hell am I gonna know? Yeah, Lance, I think 2016. I'm pretty sure I drew this at Anime Next in New Jersey, in Atlantic City. I just don't know when. People were making lots of apparel around this time, or like jackets. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if I should do something like that for Tsukishima. But yeah, I didn't do it. I got invited, or I was contacted by Doki Doki Box to do the manual, the little booklets that comes with the box. They asked me to do the cover for it, and it was thanks to a friend that kind of like recommended me. And so I was like sketching out ideas on how to draw that. I don't think they said that they were gonna send me a box, but I never actually received one. But they did pay me, which I am thankful for, and for the experience. I do still have the art somewhere. I wonder if I'm allowed to share it now that it's like 5 years later. More print ideas, I think. I think some of these might have been for Halloween. I'm not sure. It's been quite a while. That was probably for some stamps or stickers, or like a Voltron themed jacket. Outfits. Look at that, it's such a wonky Suki doodle. You can tell that I'd spent so much time drawing digitally that I forgot how to draw traditionally because he looks so wonky. Mob Psycho and other print sketches, I think. Oh, and that was like celebrating Year of the Rooster, but I didn't make it into a pin. I think I just turned it and I think I just drew it. I think this was just planning for potential merch. And then more emo Lance sketches. So I had like, if obviously in the first sketchbook tour I had all those postcards, and there's one with Lance times like 7, and it was like a clone AU, and it's like, you know, running off of the Shiro clone. I was like, oh, what if, you know, like Lance had clones, and then, you know, one of the clones ends up piloting the lion instead of him, and he gets left and he's to be emo, and because that's how my brain works. I think this was for like the Voltron competition. It was like, draw Voltron fighting a giant monster, and I was like, okay, and then I never finished it. It was for Kingdom Hearts print, I think. It had a very short run. I don't think I made like Sora super visible. People didn't see, like, they couldn't tell that it was Sora. Even here, you can't really tell it's Sora. This page kind of makes me mad. I can't believe I just only drew that. Well, not mad at my past self, just mad at the state of it. This is the whole page of paper. More emo Lance. I think this was when he got I think this was inspired by a fic that was like discontinued. Not officially, it's just the author just disappeared and never came back to finish it. And it like left little like lingering brainworms in my head. And I was like, I wish they would come back and finish the fic, but I will just draw. I think this is more portfolio, trying to design a portfolio for that AP Artist Alley once again. I got in for 2016, and I don't think I got accepted again after that. Maybe they got tired of me. Baby Lance. I love drawing babies. Babies are like when they smile at you, it's like they're not hiding, they're not doing it to like make you happy. They're just legitimately like, oh, haha. So babies are very sweet. Sketching for Yura and Ice lanyards and washi tape. So it was like silver foil, so I wanted to have like the ice skating tracks to be silver. So they are dancing. I still have a handful left of the lanyards. These are Lance notebook designs, and then Yuri and Ice. Like I love the little gooey emojis that I don't know if it's Google or Android emojis, but I wanted to draw like Yuri and Victor emojis, and I had that as a notebook, and then that as a notebook. This one for a short while. Yeah, this is like probably the one spread that I do like out of this sketchbook, just because like playing around with the memo pad and my one bit of color. More pawn displays. This is for the Voltron calendar. My friend Matt contacted me and asked if I wanted to do a month, and so I did. I think I arranged mine around like sports or something like that. I forget which month I had. Oh, March and July. Oh, I had 2 months? Wait, I can't remember. I don't know if I still have the calendar or not. Yep, apparel. I wanted to design like a minimal apparel kind of design. I think the previous pages it showed Like, yeah, so it was like, that would be red and that would be blue, but they were matching. And I was like, oh, what if I actually made this a reality? And then I did it. Zine projects. So I got invited to do like a organized calendar, and so I wanted to do, I think I have the art somewhere. Maybe I can just like superimpose it. You guys can see it. More sketching for 1001 Suki. And I didn't finish it, of course. Or no, this was a third gym scene, I think. And I went and did like modern hanboks plus card suits. Oh my god, it's empty. I can't believe this. I can't believe I've done this. Modern hanboks? I think this was an idea for like the Voltron cafe. I don't think I went to the Voltron cafe, but I did submit art for it, I'm pretty sure. Some Lance drawings. He's very long. I think I was just trying to get back into drawing with pen again, because obviously it was just majority like rough sketches. This was for Bishonen Con. I wanted to make like some exclusive merchandise for it. And Bishonen Con was like an adult only or 18 plus only con special. It's kind of like, it was an offshoot of YaoiCon, which I'd gone to in 2015, and that itself was a very surreal experience. But I don't think either exist anymore. I feel like I heard that they both aren't around anymore, which is a shame. I think I was just redrawing at this point. Danny Phantom. I was trying to like, so in 2015 I drew like this like bright yellowish Danny Phantom poster, and it's still very well received, so I'm very honored or very humbled. But I wanted to draw like more posters, and so I was trying to sketch out ideas. I think one of my favorite dynamics is that like Vlad is Danny's, like he could be his mentor, like they could work together and learn their abilities, except like Vlad is like the weird uncle kind of dude who's like obsessed with his mom, and so they've got that barrier, and also the fact that Vlad like is evil. But there's so much interesting like content to play with Danny Phantom, and I don't know if I want them to revisit it. I don't know if I want them to like revamp it, because like a lot of the revamped shows that come out now aren't that great in my opinion. So no shade to the people who worked on it, but I don't think that I would want to see it handled with the way that things are now. I think it's best to just leave it alone and let the fans enjoy like better to let it rest beloved than to like string it along and like make people hate it. So like with the Haikyuu Oops series, I wanted to do something like that with the Voltron. I don't know if I actually did. More Neku. Oh, I think that was supposed to be like an adult Danny, older Danny. I do want to draw him again. I just haven't figured out like how. A lot of Voltron sketches. Then Haikyuu. Oh, I was trying to come up with a new Haikyuu print, which I still haven't come up with, but I'm getting there. Danny Phantom? I'm still working on Danny Phantom. Or Mob. I don't know. Some of these are pretty vague. I'd have to like play around with it. Yeah, so their Baby Lance. It's so bare bones though, so a lot of con setup, like trying to figure out how to divvy up a table, like merch breakdowns, where I'm putting everything. Yeah, some sketches, trying to like get a feel back for drawing loosely and in pen. So yeah, it's yeah, I love faceless, genderless bodies. So yeah, I'm basically down to the last page. So it's just some loose sketches, and then the very last sketch I did in this sketchbook, which is Lance as Ezio Auditore. Assassin's Creed was like one of my favorite games growing up. It came out like we got our first PS3, and then for my birthday, my family pitched in to get me Assassin's Creed, and so Assassin's Creed 2. And so it's a very fond game in my heart. And so yeah, I'm glad that I did finish off this sketchbook with at least this sketch, because it does look pretty good. I do remember that I drew this at Anime Boston. I'm pretty sure, because I like finished the sketchbook and then I'm like, I'm done. And then I immediately brought out the other one. Or technically I brought out an old, like another sketchbook, and then I did touch that one because it was dotted. It had dot paper. And then I went straight for the other blank one. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining outside. So if you hear something, it's the rain. This one I haven't gone through this one to like paperclip all the sensitive stuff. So I'm just going to edit that out in the production stage. And yeah, so if you see jumping, yeah, just assume that I'm trying to keep some stuff private. Yeah, so there's some Lance stickers that I made. It's part of 2 different sticker sheets, actually. So it's a lot more busy now. I think I was looking at my old 2015 sketchbook and realizing like, oh, I want to kind of fill my sketchbooks up again. So so the world is healing, kind of. That one was a note. I bought something from, I think it was Keochins, and they drew that. This is, I was trying to draw a World Ends With You and Persona 5 crossover, and I feel like it, some people are actually curious because not a lot of people have played The World Ends With You, so they're like, oh, who are those characters in the background? And I have to explain my super wacky thought process. But yeah, like lanyard planning. Oh, I was gonna make like a zine of Lance. Lance Takimakura. So I made a Lance Takimakura where on one side he's with the little the space mice, and in another one he's caught. So I had, I think, I don't actually know how much I made, how many I made, but that was fun. I like drawing like domestic Takimakuras, so I like to draw just like normal scenes. So this one was like the face of it, and then when people flipped it, they saw that. So that's always fun. Some emo quotes. I think this was supposed to be for Zelda. Some stickers. These are from Med. Oh, and these are the Tsukishima stamps. Still thinking about that apparel. I think this is like Yuri on Ice plus Persona. So this is like clear bags, I think, and pouches. The thing is that I was gonna make a leather pouch. The file like got messed up somehow and I couldn't submit it, so I had to submit something else in the meantime. But I did turn a lot of this into like charm stickers and I think like a clear pouch, I think. A lot of this was thanks to friends. Yeah, so it was like the Persona pouch, Persona 5 theme pouch. I don't actually have any left, which is sad. I wish I did. More Voltron stuff. This is like I bought like stamp stickers from Ray, and then I was like, well, I like the frame, so I'm just gonna keep it and put it in here. So I'm getting a little bit back into that art journaling kind of spirit. It's still a lot of pencil stuff. I think these were almost exclusively just merch sketchbooks. Yeah, so more ideas for merch. I was gonna do other Dakimakuras, so there's gonna be one where Lance is squished between Shiro and Keith, but I never got around to it. These I did turn into Joshua and Neku buttons, and then the stickers at one point. I think this is merch, I guess. Oh, this was like the clear pouch for Lance, so it was like skincare themed. Yeah, and oh, Lotor was revealed, and so I drew that. I made some stickers. These are like from 2 different sticker sheets, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm sure. Maybe I'll have others in there. Yeah, there's just so many pencil doodles and then convention sketches. And it's pretty bare bones. Yeah, so it's just sketches. Oh, I guess. Oh, I was thinking about doing like Full Alchemist, like the homunculi, but with the Voltron crew. I think that was supposed to be a Natsuno Taizai. I think it's 7 Deadly Sins. I love Diane. This is from Haw Berries. I got to meet them at Otakon and at Smash Sydney. Oh, I drew this. Oh, I finally started dating things. So I lost my my little crappie doll at a hotel at a con, and because they had us move from one hotel to the other because they overbooked the hotel, and so they let us stay the first night, and then the next night we had to move, and I had left my little like crappie doll that I take everywhere with me, and so the con was held in the original hotel, so I went to the staff and I was like, oh, I left something in this room. We stayed here this night. And they brought him out in a biohazard bag. And so I was like, never again. So I'm always very like aware of where he is at the time. But I did also draw like, oh, what if I made a little Lance doll at the same time? Outfits, Voltron. So I wanted to do, I think this was supposed to be for a, I think this was at a con. Yeah, I think they wanted Chance. And then these were like pillow designs. Like I was like, oh, if this was like a pillow and you put your head between them. So it's like Keith and Lance and then Shiro and Lance. This is for a Lance, Shiro and Lance lanyard, and then a birthday print. But if you cut it, it would look like the little square puzzle. It's something that I used to play with a lot as a kid down in Mississippi at my mama's house. She had this like rectangular arrow shaped kind of puzzle, and you wanted to take all the pieces to make it into a square. And so I was like, oh, it's, kind of like how you have to form Voltron. Oh Lord. So I must have been drawing a bunch of stuff. These are sketches for the stickers. I think these are for Zodiac. I actually was pretty lucky in that I predicted that Keith was going to be a Scorpio, and Lance was revealed to be a Leo. That was just me like being like, oh, it'd be nice if Lance was a Leo because I'm a Leo, and Keith is like kind of the main character. So most anime main characters have Scorpio personalities. It just happens that way. So when they said like, oh, you know, Keith was born in so and so dates and he's a Scorpio, I was like, haha, I was right. Outfits. I guess I was trying to figure out. Oh, I think this was like capsule wardrobe stuff. I still never figured that out. Funny little drawings. I think this one was drawn at either. Did I date it? Otaku-thon, I think, in Montreal on the way back. I think it was on the way back. I had a fever on the train, and I was sick, so I had to. So I was just drawing and sleeping. Cheapy design. So these are other stickers, I guess, that I wanted to make. They were more like lewd, but I never got around to it. Yeah, so it was like Lotor with a Lance body pillow. Lotor's reveal. I drew so much Lance. Print designs. I think I was making a scene, something like that. The Persona 5 planner was in the works by Med, and they invited me to do one of the months, and I was like, oh Lord, yeah, of course. Like, of course I wanted to be part of their projects, because their projects are always really fun. But there's a lot of work that goes into making a planner. So it's just like trying to create like themes. I think the first year that I participated, I don't think I did that well. Like, as a personal opinion, like I don't think I did that well. My spreads are all like kind of all over the place. But I think in the latter years, like I think we did 4 years total, and it was it did all. I think I got better. I think it's just more chance stuff. I think more portfolio planning. Stickers. Oh, this is the self-help stickers. So like things to do to like take care of yourself. I made lanyards and stickers or a bookmark out of it. Phantom, and I think ever since 2019 I haven't made a new Danny Phantom print, so I'm tempted to like revisit my first one and kind of like, I guess, make it bigger or make it newer, revamp it, I don't know. Or actually I also thought of just like drawing all the characters. And this is a Christmas card that I did. It had a little gold foil, and it's actually kind of, it's not blasphemous, but it's a little shameful, as I did not actually finish the sketchbook to completion. But I feel like I kind of leave it alone just because it's kind of like a little marker of just like where I was at this point in time. So I have not finished touching, or I didn't finish this journal, but I'm not too bent out of shape over it. And anyway, it's been like however many years? 4 years? 5, 6 years since I've touched it. So I'm gonna just move on to the next sketchbook. This one is when things start to get a little chunky again. So you know, the world is healing, stuff like that. So it's a lot more chunky than the other two. And this one goes, I think, I'm actually not sure. But it does go into 2019. So this is the sketchbook I had right before the one that I filmed first. So this one says 2018. Yeah, it started 2018. So this is about a year's worth of it just says, I guess I just started at the beginning. I don't know if I started at the beginning of the year or not, but like, you know, things are picking back up, so I'm drawing. I forget where these came. Oh, this came from the Flow magazine. I don't see them in Barnes & Noble anymore, but they used to have a magazine called Flow, and there would be a lot of like mindfulness, and they had a lot of like paper goods, but they also had a lot of good articles, and one of them had these like stickers, so I just stick them in there. I think I stuck these two together because I was annoyed by that page. So I think I was trying to do another postcard, and it was Lance coming out of a seashell. And these are all the stickers that I did. This is a Suki tape I did, and mosaic tape. Oh, and I was coming up with an original t-shirt design, so I wanted to do like my slime dude. And I did make it, and I had like a short run. I think I didn't print that many shirts, so whoever got that design, it's like a very, very limited run. I think this was supposed to be for Devilman Crybaby or something like that. Yeah, this is Devilman Crybaby print planning. trying to get like the poses figured out. Yep, so that was the finished postcard from, what is it? Yeah, so from that sketch ended up being what I printed. It was a New Year's card, okay. And then stickers from Head, doing little, yeah, icons, because I wanted to do like, you know how they have like those traveler icons? I wanted to do one for Voltron. I don't think I did anything with that, but, yeah. And outfit planning for con, I think. That might have been ALA, I'm not sure. And then Devil May Cry Baby. More goose shirts. This is the design that I ended up going with, but yeah. And then I think I wanted to do the pillow idea with the Ryuji and Joker, because I think because I was still doing, we were still doing the Persona 4 plan or Persona 5 planner, and then yeah, demon possessed Lance. So I was like, I had an AU with like Shiro and Lance being possessed by demons. Yeah, so Lance in Peril pouch. These are by Ray. These Kingsman stickers are by Ray. Gonna have to find the source for these. I'm so sorry. Sticker planning. I think I started following the Artist's Way because I was experiencing a lot of burnout. This is around the time where the contract of my work was ending, and they were basically like, we can't pay for you, so goodbye at the end of this year, or at the end of like spring, beginning of summer. This is his birthday card for 2018. I think this is probably the last birthday card that I do for Lance because I followed to another fandom. And so with the Goo Boy, I have Tape Boy, and I think there's like, yeah, Latex Boy. And I was going to make a shirt with each one of them, but I never got around to it because shirt printing is expensive. And then this is, I tried starting, I didn't have like an official start. I just like I started drawing bodies for Anatome. So this one's a little bit more rough. Like a lot of this is the same stuff that I drew in my like more recent sketchbook, but it's not as refined. So I'm still using a very thick pencil to do the sketches, but like my lines aren't as confident, I guess. So a lot can change. If you draw the same thing, if you draw stuff like this like every single day, there's no way you can't get better. As long as you want to learn, you will learn. But yeah, I think I added some color. These mostly came from the same magazines, but there were some websites I think that I scrolled through and like how to like shade the knee, stuff like that. Tendons, teeth, the butt. Yeah, so it's not as like, in the more recent one I did 1 page each day, so it was a lot smaller, but this one I think I was trying to do a whole spread every day, so there are a lot more pages involved. And these are like gesture studies, hand studies, trying to figure out abs, and then I'm done. So I did like charms, I think, and stickers for the Persona 3, 4, and 5 pro tags, and this is where I plan another Persona 5 and The World Ends With You print. That's not what came out, but I wanted them to both be on their phones. And something Voltron related. I loved when I think this is around the time that Overwatch was, like all my friends were playing Overwatch, and so I really liked the kind of like the art of like Dad 76 and Diva and Junkrat as like his kids. I think Lucio was there too. It was like three kids and Dad 76. I don't know, I just thought it was really funny because, you know, my dad is white and I am half Asian, so I was like, oh, Diva would make a perfect little gremlin child. These are by Catnip. I got these at, I think in Australia. I'm pretty sure at Smash Australia, because this is in August, so I'm assuming this is, yeah. So this is it's like a Space Reaper kind of thing, kind of like the Spirit of Death pursuing Lance because he was supposed to have died kind of like a couple times in the show. It's kind of funny because now that since I started reading Gideon the Ninth and Hera the Ninth and the whole concept of like that like base entity, Space Reaper kind of thing, I was like, oh, cool, we all have brainworms for space death. Sketches, some people I saw. I was trying to plan out a Castlevania print, and so my lines were just all over the place trying to find a good silhouette and a good flow for the pose, and I didn't touch this for like 2-3 years, I think, because I didn't make a Castlevania print until 2021 in December. So this is more Persona 5 planning. I tried to do more, for the special charm that came with it, I did the Joker in a Humboldt, because Med said that we could do what we wanted. Oh, and I got into Modao Sushi, the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I'm trying to find the time. 12:18. Okay, yeah, so I think this is Full Alchemist and this is Danny Phantom. So this became my 2018-2019 Danny Phantom print, I think. And then I think this is supposed to be Castlevania again. So these stickers are by my friend Nami, Mellow Nami. I think this is my friend Dark Stars, and these I got from Daiso. I think they're also from Catnip, the one who did the these, I think. It's been years, I can't remember. Yeah, some more sketches. I think I wanted to do like a Lance calendar, and I didn't end up going through with it. Drawing Edward Elric with different hair, because Edward Elric was like Full Metal Alchemist, like 2003 was like my hyperfixation as a junior high schooler. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just revisit that? Like I bought like the rest of the books and everything. Bought like an art book, and I bought another DVD and stuff like that. I went like crazy for it. I started drawing my OC again. So it's Witch Hunter, but he's not smiling. You didn't see that. Yeah. So this is an old OC, Corina from junior high. So she's very old. And then Alessandro. His eye patch keeps switching. I can never figure out where I want the eye patch to be. But yeah. Witch Hunter drawing. So this is for 24/19. So I think I'm trying to get back into drawing my OCs and drawing original content. So even just like regular sketching, like trying to get back into using my sketchbook like physically instead of just drawing digitally all the time. I think I was also, this is the time, so in this time span, a good friend of mine passed away from cancer, and so I went through, I immediately just kind of fell out of Voltron because that was the fandom that we were both in. And without her, it kind of like thinking about like continuing with Voltron with like, it felt like the light switch kind of just turned off for me. And so I was in a fandom void, and I was that's why I like touched back on Full Alchemist and some other things and drew OCs and just random sketches. Cause I was trying to find my next, I guess, hyperfixation. I knew it was coming because I made a tweet about it, and it was really, really funny because in hindsight, like, what came next was funny in the way that I became completely obsessed with, what the game that would come out like a few months later. So yeah, just more like free doodles, just trying to fill up the page and add more color. That's what I really wanted to do, was add more color. This is Rad Seeker's class, so I don't think I should share that. Yushinga? I'm probably butchering his name, but I like him a lot. So the OCs, Casimira and LaFay. So she is, I don't wanna cause offense. It's just Filipino. Yeah, and she summons like the goo deity, while LaFay summons like a different deity, or not deity, it's more like a familiar. But I think I came with LaFay first and then Casimira next. But she's like part of a different coven. This was like a really janky like preprint of a postcard that came out really bad, but I like the striping, so I kept it. I put it on my postcard. More con prep and Fire Emblem. Yep, Fire Emblem started happening. Oh, this is okay. So 6/19. The game I think hadn't come out yet. I don't think, but Felix. I think these two were drawn at different times. So this is like planning for a Felix cosplay. Yeah, so 7/19. This is Naofumi. Yeah, my younger sibling likes to watch isekai, and so they bullied me into watching Shield Hero, and yeah, so I ended up really enjoying it. I don't like all isekai, but this one I did enjoy. Yeah, Lance, a little good boy. This is like Byleth sketches, or this is like Byleth sketches, but I'm also drawing from different comics. So there's like a Korean comic, and then just like kind of copying. So this not all of this is original drawing. This is just like referencing faces and stuff from comics that exist. It's an idea. Oh, what am I doing drawing Witch Hunter not smiling? What have I done? This is an idea I did for a class that didn't pan out, or I just forgot to submit my assignment. But yeah, oh, Dimitri. So like I said in my other video, I like to draw like the full outfit to get an idea of where everything is placed and how everything works out. So I had to draw all of that and figure it out. Yeah, I really liked, in the beginning when I got into Fandom, I really liked Male Byleth and Dimitri. I think I sketched these from IKEA magazines. Which one are... Yeah, I really liked Byleth and Dimitri, and then I liked Felix and Dimitri. I liked, Felix and Sylvain. I liked Dedu and Dimitri and Dedu and Sylvain, and just like, I'm a multi-shipper at heart, so just whatever. As long as you're having fun and not hurting anybody, then that's all that matters. And I think these are from SPX. I went with a couple of friends. So Tracy drew me a Dimitri, and then I bought a comic from Basil. Went to see Promare when it came out. Some more brush pen doodles. At this point, I'm just trying to fill up the rest of my sketchbook, so there's just a lot of like mark making. And then, yeah, message from Pi. These are kind of like, I really like this style of line work that this one, it's like Jenny Jen, I think. This is a Twitter user, and I really liked the way that they did their lines, I think, and so I was trying to study it. This one is from Taco 1784, I think. So just practicing. I claim no ownership for these drawings. I was just like, inspiration hits, and I'm sourcing it. And then some practice drawings, or not practice, I guess it's just like free drawings? Yeah, no, rough free draw. Some planning for a, so Jimmy Agency, they let you print like memo pads, and so I was trying to figure out like how to design a memo pad. So the one that I ended up, that's like the cover, and then the inside is like Byleth running and doing errands with Dimitri kind of trailing after them. And I guess some planning for ideas because I had brain worms. So obviously I'm still like trying to figure out how people manage to draw things just with color and not line art. And so yeah, trying to do that. Dimitri brush sketch. And then this was in another sketchbook and I just tore it out and put it in here. At this point I am just desperately trying to fill the pages so I can start on my next one. Oh, they made a bookmark of Witch Hunter with the arms of the witch. His waist is so thin. Yeah, so trying to draw chibis. So you can see, like at the beginning, I didn't focus on Sylvain, but so you can tell, like I didn't know his details. I guess I didn't hyperfixate just yet. But yeah, that was like an anvil waiting to drop on me into 2020. So just trying to get rid of stuff. And so these are just really quick gestures. So there's some classes that ask you to do, like 30-minute gesture drawings, 10-minute gesture drawings, 5-minute gesture drawing, 1-minute gesture drawing, 30-second gesture drawing, and I think these could have been anywhere between like 5 to 30 seconds, I think. Because for me, I like to get the flow and the silhouette down. That's what I care about. I don't care about like 100% being anatomically correct. I just care about the flow of the pose, if it feels good to me, and then the silhouette, if it feels good. It's all about feeling good. It's about the vibes. Yeah, and so I was like, I'm done. So I didn't use as many stickers. I didn't decorate as much, but obviously from 2019, I kind of pick it back up. The first sketchbook that I shared, the 2019 to 2022 one. That one I drew quite a lot, and so I'm feeling a lot better about just like throwing colors and stickers and all sorts of stuff into sketchbooks. So I am a little bit more than halfway through my current one. It's more like an art journal rather than a sketchbook, but if I finish it, I would love to share it. I guess share more of my, thought process, art making process. I'm not sure, but yeah, thanks for taking an interest in these kind of wacky little sketchbooks. Go out there, draw, have fun, make safe decisions. I believe in you.